maybe Ruto could drop Gachagua. Unajua tunasemanga hii siasa ni kukaa tukipanga depending na what you are bringing on the table. Na hiyo issue ya Kalonzo ama maybe another person kukuwa na take over hii mantle from Gachagua, ndio unaona watu kama wa Mount Kenya tumeanza kuja pamoja, tunataka kuangalia if we can bring together all our resources ziko pale pamoja in one basket. Hiyo ndio negotiation. Kwa siasa is a game of numbers. You come and you negotiate with your numbers or what you are bringing on the table. So I think Gachagua hajakuwa deputy president mbaya, na pia sasa kusema juu Simba tuwezi taka something better. So sisemi atatoka ama atakuwa. So we'll cross the bridge when you get there. If you remember last time ndio wakuwe kwa hiyo kiti, there was a meeting of around karibu 24 hours before they settled on that, because they consider a lot of factors. The same thing will happen in 2027 wakati tutakuwa tumekaa chini, pia will consider all those factors ndio we get a person mwenye atagarantia win for Kenya Kwanza government. Yes.
Ya hapo nyuma tukiongelea bei ya mafuta yenye inafaa ku rise to 300 shillings. Umeweza kutueleza like inatoka nje, we cannot determine the price. Yeah, so hapa Uganda bei ya mafuta inakuanga chini sana, na ya Tanzania pia inakuwa chini sana, na sisi sote tunaipata kutoka nje.
Yeah, hiyo ni ukweli, but sasa iko chini. Pia kulingana before pia imepanda, ni venye Japan maybe ni ile rate Kenya imepanda. Na as Kenya Kwanza government venye tulisema, first of all we are focusing on debt repayment. So kuna zile taxes ambazo zinawapata zinaongezewa, subsidy pia tumetoa. We are not subsidizing anything. Ndio pia to focus na debt repayment. Unapata like now the revenue that we collect, almost 60% in revenue inaenda kwa debt collection, kwa debt repayment. So we are focusing on that. Tukaweza kulower our debt za nje. So tunapata maybe if you can manage to divert that 60% inakuja kwa development, 40% inaenda kwa debt repayment, itakuwa better. And that's why we are focusing. And na maybe maisha inakuwa ngumu kidogo, tutakaza tu kamba kidogo, na najua will be there definitely. Na wakati tutakuwa tunapata hiyo suluhisho, itakuwa permanent solution. Unapata kama sasa hizo, unapata pia hizo economy zao pia zinafinyika, but because they are focusing na hiyo mambo, unapata maybe nchi zingine hazijakopa kama venye Kenya ilikuwa imekopa, na tumekopa tuka-invest heavily on infrastructures ambazo ndio unaona kama Uganda inapitia Kenya, mizigo zao zinapitia Kenya, they pay for that. So they also generating income for us. Ni venye we can't do our things their way. We do things our way yenye tunaona it will be better for our country, for our economy and for the future. Unajua leo tunaweza fanya to subsidize, within no time utaona Kenya imefika point hakuna mtu anataka kuwa president. Madeni zitakuwa zimekuwa mingi, economy imeharibika, hakuna mshahara kulipa wafanyikazi, hakuna anything. But currently as we are talking, umepata governor amepata on time division of revenue, governors wamepata, ministries zimepata their pesa. Haujasikia any civil servant akicomplain amecheleweshwa mshahara. So if you look at that, it tells you something. We are headed somewhere pole pole. As Kenya Kwanza government tulisikia venye tulisema, we are not going to start any other new projects, we are going to finish with the project. And it feels sad wakati tunasikia mtu anasema ati ana launch projects zilikuwa zimefunguliwa na Uhuru. We would want also to focus on opening new projects. Tuache zile zimekwama tufungue zingine. Au ma contractors ni hizo watu agpo. We have been advocating for youth and women and persons with disability to access the tenders. Au ndio wamepata hizo tender. Wakati hiyo tutaacha hiyo project half, haitatusaidia. But hizi pesa wakati tunazichukua tunazirudisha kwa zile projects. Zile projects wangaziko na economic benefits baadaye. So we want first of all to finish with the projects. Tukimaliza hizi projects, hiyo ndio nakwambia within no time hiyo mambo ya fuel na nini hizo taxes zitarudi chini, kwa sababu zile projects ambazo tutakuwa tumemaliza zitakuwa zimeanza kutranslate to economic now generation kwa the country. Yes.
Okay, as we wind up, you are vying for a seat. What seat exactly, and what agendas do you have?
For the upcoming grassroots election, I'll be going for a seat in the constituency level, because that's where my political interest will be come 2027. Sitaki kuisema for now because bado we are still tunapanga mikakati, na venye niliwaambia pia tunaanzia kwa polling center, tukuje kwa ward ndio tufike kwa constituency. So first of all sasa nataka ni focus na ward, ni focus na polling center nipite hapo, ni focus kwa ward nipite, then I'll wakati wafika the delegates when watafika kwa constituency level, then now from there I can start campaigning for the seat that I want at for the party level. But come 2027 my interest will be on the constituency level. Yes.
Hujatuambia ni nini utafanya kama umepata hiyo seat?
Me one thing nitafanya, community engagement. That's one thing. Sitaki mtu akae ulizange MP wetu anafanyanga nini. Ndawa involve wote, kuanzia youth, akina mama, vijana, watu wa makanisa na wazee pia. Ndawa involve kwa anything that I'll be doing, that will start as from my campaign. I'll have a structure. Si lazima nikuwe na CDF office at the constituency level. I can do it at the ward level. I'll make sure I partner with all the MCAs, despite ile mrengo mtu atakuwa ametoka, for the benefits of maendeleo ya hiyo area. Because kuna zile projects unapata maybe they would require tushikane na MCA, tusukume hizo miradi. Mimi wakati naangalianga hivi Embakasi East nasikianga vibaya sana wakati unapata tunaelekea the 7th year. Watu wakati unaona project unapitia constituencies zingine unapata imepigwa financial year 2022-2023, financial year 2023-2024. In Embakasi it's the only constituency ambayo haina project yote iko na billboard. And for your information, kwa BQ kuna kuanga na budgetary allocation for billboards, because that's an informative board. So si kuangi imekuwa tu pale ya kumarket MP ama MCA. So I still wonder how we have projects ambazo they don't have those details. Kwa hiyo billboard ndio utaona hiyo project ni ya lini, inafaa irani hadi lini, contractor ni nani, ni ya financial year gani. So saa zingine mimi usikia vibaya sana wakati napita huku naona pesa inaingia kila mwaka, inaenda tu. Pesa inaingia kila mwaka, inaenda tu. So I'd like to have an Embakasi East where everyone is informed. We give priority to things that need priority. Acha tukae na watu wa Donholm tuongee na watu ambie si priority yetu ni. Tukae na watu wa Mihang'o niambie priority yao ni. Tukae na watu wa Embakasi priority yetu ni. So that when we are doing a budget for the constituency, I know where to start and where it will impact directly to the lives of the persons of Embakasi East. Yes.
Social media handles zako penye watu wanaweza kukupata?
Social media handles zangu zote ni Kago_254. Hizo zingine Facebook ni Kago KE. Kiangalia Facebook utapata Kago KE. Huko ndio niko Facebook. Hizo zingine zote Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, kila kitu ni Kago_254. Yes.
Yeah, guys, follow me hapo Madam Pettymouth kila mahali, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe to Mutembei channel. Okay, what is your political affiliation?
I'm an UDA diehard. I'm a life member of UDA, and all my political future will be on the UDA under the able leadership of His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, our party leader, and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua. Not forgetting the Secretary General Cleopas Malala, very youthful. I like our party because it's a youthful party. It's a digital party. It goes with time. If you visit our office, you'll get that most of our staffs there are youths. So that makes it easier for us to engage with them. They understand how we are. Like now, for me, being a young candidate, an aspiring candidate, when you engage with youthful leaders there, they learn a lot and they understand you better. That's one reason why I would want to work with this party for my political future.
When did you start supporting William Ruto?
I started supporting William Ruto since 2013. That's when I started supporting William Ruto, when he was in URP. That time he was youthful. He had a future, and I could visualize his plans and his will to help the Kenyan nation, and that's why I'm very proud associating myself with him. Yes.
Why UDA? Why not Azimio or ODM?
Okay. In Azimio, we have had the diehards in Azimio complaining of not being included in major decision making. They only may be required when there's maandamano, they need stone throwing, they need crowd, they need that. But when it comes to the real issues on the table, the Azimio party doesn't involve the youth or the common mwananchi. As we all know, we have heard them cry every day. They come to us, they talk to us, and they would even want to come to our party. It's only that we get in some regions, if you don't affiliate yourself with ODM, your political future will die. But we have seen those youth cry, we have seen women cry, because of not being included in the governance and leadership of the party. So I would prefer, I use UDA, like I have just explained, we are doing our grassroots election very soon, and we are going to start from the polling center level. So that means the common mwananchi will feel the leadership of UDA, and that structure will go up to the county level, up to the national level. So when you look at UDA, there are structures that consider the common mwananchi, since the delegates will be elected by UDA registered members. So that's one thing I'm very proud of our party, and I can't compare it to any other party. And as soon as we are done with the grassroots elections, UDA will be the most strongest party and the most preferred party in East and Central Africa, not forgetting the globe. Yeah, they will be coming for benchmarking here.
So do you think ODM is using its youth?
Very much. Like when we talk about the appointments, the nominations, you don't see the real youths being engaged. We have the bipartisan talk. You don't see the common mwananchi. The person who are being tear gassed, the person who doesn't have those bulletproof cars, the person who are feeling the pain are not there. When you see the issues that are being discussed there, they don't anyway translate to youth empowerment or youth inclusivity. So they are just doing their own things at the cost of the common mwananchi. The mwananchi who was being tear gassed, who was being who had live bullets. So when you look at the unfolding of things at the other party, it's not something that you can go by. Yeah.
As a UDA youth, what will you tell the youths in ODM that always join maandamano?
What I would say is that one thing, politics is not cast on stone. No one was born in ODM. William Ruto was a member of ODM. He changed way, and you can see where he is. Just sit down, visualize yourself, rearrange yourself, and look for a party that will consider you if you have a political future. If in terms of maybe a political alignment, because not all of the youth are interested in political positions, I would encourage them to consider a party with a vision, a party with a plan for the youths, a party with a future for them. Like now, when we talk about a party with a youth, with a vision and a mission and a goodwill for the youths, we talk about the affordable housing. I feel so sad when I see an Azimio diehard, a very learned person, narrowing the housing project to a mjengo. When you talk about housing, don't narrow yourself to mjengo persons. Housing projects require a lot of bigger things, bigger minds. We have engineers, we have architects, we have all those. We have plant operators, we'll have even the managers to manage the stores, the storekeepers, and everything. So when we're talking about the affordable housing, let's not narrow our mind to mjengo peke yake, of which mjengo is not a bad thing. I've done that. It's a very good venture because it doesn't require stock, it doesn't require a lot of things. If you become a mason, you get paid 1,500 per day. It can't be compared to some of us working in offices, in bigger offices. So it's not that mjengo is a bad thing, but I would like us to remove the notion that the housing project will provide work for mjengo only. Let's open the bigger picture and see the number of architects, our graduates who are graduating every day. We have engineers, we have architects, we have all those seats, all those positions from top. Before a building is constructed, they require a lot of specialization. So let's not narrow down to that. Then we come back to maybe the issue of fertilizers which will translate to cheaper livelihoods. When they do give subsidies fertilizers, like right now we are grateful that the El Nino that we are waiting didn't come as El Nino, it comes as showers of blessing, because as you can see, it's not a big rain as we expected it to be. So it will translate to bumper harvest. So those farmers who provide the urban areas with foods, they will have bumper harvest, which will make sure the cost of living is low. So when we talk about development, let's not narrow down to some very few nitty-gritties. Let's focus on the bigger picture. Because like our president says, when you try to subsidy the processing, it won't be long term. Let's subsidize the production, which now will translate to cheaper processing. Yeah.
On El Nino, pesa zingine ni kama zilipotea. Watu wanasema ni kama zilipotea. Do you think the governor alitucheza?
What I would say, most of the governors, siwezi watetea, ni ukweli saa zingine unakaa chini unaangalia, unaona the level of preparedness, it isn't as it was planned. If these are the kind of rains we are experiencing and we have started experiencing floods, that means if El Nino came, would be in a mess. So what I would tell the governors, na Moso, because I'm in Nairobi, I would like to address our able governor, Johnson Sakaja, please, as we are working on the drainages, make sure that hiyo uchafu inatolewa kwa mitaro, ijaachwa kwa barabara. Because at the end of the day, it is being washed to our houses, to our roads, it's causing a mess in the city. Then there's areas that experience most floods. Let's focus on those areas. Tusiangalie tu hizi area, maybe watu wa media wanapita, watu wa gari kubwa wanapita, kuja kwa kijiji pale Soweto, kuja kwa kijiji Mukuru. Pale Soweto we had a sewer system ambayo iliekwa pale. With the kind of drainage that we have, ina cause mayhem. So what I would tell the governors, tafadhali, in as much as pia tuliambiwa we shouldn't expect those big rains. Let's be prepared for bigger rains. So that when the small rains comes, they won't cause any disaster. Yes.
Okay, now that you mentioned bipartisan, yesterday CS Chirchir mentioned that very soon fuel cost will rise to 300 shillings.
Okay, about the fuel and the issue of, there's something that we can't control. We don't produce any fuel, so we depend on fuel from other countries, and those are the determiners of what we expect. So when we get the petroleum products at a higher cost, we should also expect that that higher cost will roll down to the common man who is the user, of which we know that the problem with the fuel isn't only in Kenya, it's a global problem. So let's not focus on it like it's a Kenyan problem, it's a global problem. Yeah.
Will you explain it to ODM to ODM people, because it looks like they don't understand?
It's not like they don't understand. You know, one thing I said, we should have leaders who are true to themselves and true to us. When a leader stands and tells you that the fuel can come down, and they very well know that this fuel doesn't come from Kenya. It's not like maize that the government can say, now that we have harvested this and this, we'll sell at this cost. That fuel it comes out of the country at a regulated price. So we are not the one to regulate that price. And currently, as you have seen, the wars in Russia, in Ukraine, and the Palestinian war, they're also affecting the miners who mine those oils. So in as much as we are talking about the fuel coming up, it has to get to us before it gets better. So let's just give government time, it's going to get away. As our president says, he has a plan for it.
Okay, juzi King amekuja Kenya. We have mjukuu wa bunduki pale bunge la mwananchi Jacaranda. Alisema King ni muongo, ni mtapeli na ni mkora. King wananyanyasa watu, ni watu wa Maumau tu ndio waliweza kucompensate, but watu kule Busia wanaendelea kunyanyaswa, na Mudavadi na Wetangula wamekaa tu